Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day.
We're going to be doing this SRT today. He has the Harman Kardon system in this, and he believes the sub is blown. He bought the vehicle like this. He just purchased it, and the factory sub sounds like it's like disintegrating, so we're gonna replace that with a new subwoofer. So we started with removing this piece, and this plastic piece was right here. We're going to start with trying to take this piece off, because we need to get to this whole piece to get off to get to the actual factory subwoofer. So I'm going to have to remove this whole entire piece to get to the sub behind here. Alright, on each side we have these pieces, and you pull these up with like a flat head and then yank it up. And when you yank it up, there's going to be a 7mm underneath here, and it's going to be the same way on this side. Now also on the back side back here, you're going to have these, which also have 8mm on each side. So basically you got to take out both of those and both of these 7mm, and then that will allow us to take this whole piece up, and then we need to get this tire and tub out to get this whole piece out over here. So now that we have both of these removed, we're going to pull up on this piece. And now we can remove this whole piece here. Just put it to the side. And then underneath here, there's also these, which I believe are 10 mils, but I'll confirm that with you. And then there's also a harness here. There should be two harnesses, but I only see one harness, but you've got to remove two harnesses. If it has one harness, I'm guessing it's just one harness, but some of these have two harnesses. So you want to make sure that you remove both of those before you try to pull this tub out. And the way you remove this plug is what I did, was I took a flathead and pushed over, because this is usually clear over to here. So I pushed on this purple part over, and that way you can squeeze it to pull it out. If you don't have it pushed out like this, it won't allow you to squeeze it. And these bolts are a 10mm. So you're gonna need a 10 for these, 7 for these, and then an 8mm for the back ones. We're gonna remove all this stuff as well. So we're gonna set that out there, and then we're gonna unscrew this piece and take the tire out. And for this piece, it just unsnaps up so that you can get to these pieces down here. And this is how you get this out, is you just kind of pull this up. And then once you get it up, you can get to that 8mm. On these, definitely make sure you hold the back side, because they do have a little nut on the back side. So just stick your other hand over there and hold the back side so you don't drop this out. Now we have all those bolts out. These bolts on each side, these other bolts on the inside, and the plug unplugged. We're gonna go ahead and pull this tub out. That way we can get access to the sub. And here how it comes out. It's all one big piece when you take it out as well. Here's what it looks like out of it. And now we're going to start pulling this and seeing how many clips there are in the back of this to get this whole entire panel is going to have to come off. If you can see back there, there's those yellow clips. We're gonna try to snap those out so we don't break anything. See them down there? Yeah. So we're gonna use like a pry bar and just pry them out, because if you don't, you yank on them, it could possibly break them. So we're gonna use this tool here and just kind of get in there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pry on each one so that way we don't break the tabs. I can tell right now there's already one broken right there. Somebody's already pried on this before, so we got all the yellow ones out with no problem. There's gold ones in the top, but somebody's already pried on this before, and I can see right there that plastic piece is still stuck in there, so somebody's already pried on this. We've got this whole piece unsnapped, and then we're gonna go down here and we're gonna have to unplug this plug. Here's the back side, so you know where all the clips are. This one looks like it's missing. There's some up here. It looks like we're missing one down there as well. But that's pretty much what it looks like from the back side. And here's the factory subwoofer. We're going to go ahead and take that out and measure the impedance and see what that reads as well. We're going to be using a T25 to be able to take these out. So here is the factory subwoofer. Here is the back side of it. It appears to be a dual voice coil. By looking at these, you got two on each side. So I'm going to go with the DVC on this as well. I'm going to try to measure the impedance of this and see what it says. So it appears it's a dual 8 ohm to put the amplifier at 4 ohm. So I'm gonna go with the single 4 ohm just to make up, because if I go with the dual 4 ohm, I think this thing's gonna freak out. So we'll just go with the single 4 ohm sub. This is the sub we're going to be using today, the Audio Dynamic Shallow. So hopefully everything should fit. It's going to go with the single 4 ohm driver to make up for this. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it sounds good. Here is the sub installed. We did fix the grill for him because this got ripped off. So I went ahead and epoxied this back on for him so there was not a gaping hole, because that just looks terrible. So everything's all fixed now.